Hi everyone, welcome back to the Walsh Real Estate YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tim Walsh. Today we're going to be talking about how you go about buying a house in Massachusetts. If you're anything like me, I had no clue how you bought a house. And even after I bought a house, I still was unsure, and it took me getting my real estate license and practicing for several years to really understand how it goes. Let's go. So you saved your money, you're ready to move out of your parents' house, or you're ready to move out of your apartment. The first thing you do before you think about buying a house is get pre-approved for a mortgage. This does two things. It tells you how much money you're going to be able to spend on a home, and it makes you a more attractive buyer to a seller. If you haven't watched my video on getting pre-approved, you should watch that now. Next, you should contact a real estate agent to represent you as a buyer. It is in your best interest to have someone who has only your interests in mind. If you don't have a buyer's agent, you may get taken advantage of by a listing agent who is representing both you and the seller of a home. In Massachusetts, buyers do not pay their representatives. In most cases, buyer's agents get paid by the seller, so it's in your best interest to work with a buyer's agent. If you're thinking about buying real estate, contact me today. Next, with the help of your real estate agent, you should start looking at houses. They'll set you up in the listing service known as MLS PIN in Massachusetts, which will give you a bunch of houses that fit your criteria. You should start driving by potential houses to see what the location's like, to know what the traffic's like. You should go to open houses. You should schedule individual private showings. You should use all these resources to find the perfect home for you. Once you've found the perfect home, the next step is to put in what's called an offer to purchase. This is a contract that initiates a real estate transaction. It usually comes with a $1,000 deposit and a few contingencies like your ability to get an inspection and your ability to get a mortgage. You should then get an inspection. Inspections are not mandatory, but highly advisable. You want to make sure you're buying a home that doesn't have any major issues. If you haven't watched my video on getting a home inspection, you should watch that now. Somewhere in this process, you should finish your mortgage application with all the details on the home that you've put in the offer for. This will help secure your financing so you know you can buy the home. Once you've put in the offer and scheduled the home inspection or had the home inspection, you should hire a real estate attorney. The real estate attorney will help advise you on certain matters, and they'll also help you put together what's known as the purchase and sale agreement. This is a more binding contract that comes with usually about a 5% down payment and a few more contingencies, but included in there will be the mortgage contingency and dates for the rest of the transaction. Usually once a purchase and sale is signed, the deal to buy the home will get done unless a buyer is unable to get financing or something major happens to the home. Next, you will get a mortgage commitment from your lender. This is a written notice that you have been approved for the financing, and unless you lose your job or something major happens to the home, you will get the money to purchase the home. Finally, the day you've been waiting for, closing. This is when the seller gets paid and the deed for the home is recorded in the name of the buyer. This whole process takes about 3 to 6 months, depending on how long it takes you to find the home or how long it takes you to get financing. Thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.